What's up, everybody? What's up, statues? Great to see you here. What's up, Mojave? What's up, Tank? What's up, Flamingo? What's up, Rick? I think that's everyone. What's up, everybody? Oh no, we got a double chat real quick. There we go. Oh, what's that emote? Penny Sprout. Oh my god. We love the cat emotes here. All cat emotes are welcome. All cat emotes are welcome. I hope everyone's having a good week. I'll probably plug this a few times, but not everyone saw the custom land stream yesterday. But Stubby, thank you so much for the 30 months, dude. I need to keep. I hope that some of these Clonimals make their way into the subscriber badges. Thank you, dude. Thank you. It means a lot that you've been subscribing for 30 months. But, and what's up, Cheech? 30 months, yeah. So I used to stream, and then I had kind of a hiatus, if you will, and now I'm back. And now I'm like back. Yeah, it's like 2 years. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's why I'm like, I can keep the subscriber badges going for a while. And technically, I streamed. I first started streaming in like 2019, so technically, I can go up to 5 years in subscriber badges. So I'm kind of hoping that some of these Clonimals end up becoming some of the subscriber badges, so that we can just like keep adding them. What's up, Tymo? Lock in, twin, lock in. Okay, so I got a few people here. And I know not everyone got to catch the custom land stream yesterday, but we still have these two. Power Mocha, what's up? Welcome on in. We still got 2 patches left to claim, and essentially, I think it's if no one claims it by the end of the week, I'm keeping them because I love both of these. So if you do want to claim it, oh, I gotta switch my keyboard. We're live on Telegram too. What's up, everybody on Telegram? I beat you to it, Jeej. So yeah, if you want to claim these, it's a free claim on the Custom Land website. You just gotta be the first one to do it. And this one to me is my. I think we're probably gonna try to make this into a thing. I really, really, really love how this looks. And then of course I just love Blue Cat with the pistol. It's just funny to me. Someone claimed them just so Yeah, I mean honestly, I shouldn't, because I can just have Jeej make these for me whenever. Like, it's easy for me to get something like this. So I want to make sure someone else can get these, but I don't want to have to, every stream promote claiming them in case people just don't want them. But they're free and they're really cool. They're patches. We did get the idea the other day, or I guess Custom Land got the idea. I should not claim this as my own idea, of putting a little magnet on the back of it. So if you don't want to put it on a jacket, you could at least like put it on like a fridge or anywhere that's magnetic. But welcome on in, everybody. I'm really excited to keep Clonimals going. I'm really excited that this has become the Thursday thing, that we just like keep doing Clonimals, because it's a lot of coloring, but I think it's fun to kind of imagine these. And if anyone missed last stream, we had our I need to give him an artist badge, but my buddy Ravi loves AI and loves running things through AI. And so we had, these were some of them reimagined as AI, some of the Clonimals, which I think is amazing. Let me go live. I totally forgot to make a post on Instagram, but it's okay. GM Van, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome on in. Time to get the duper machine. My dad is buying me Hollow Knight tomorrow. Oh, let's go, statues. That game, it lived up to every expectation I wanted it to. It is so good. It's actually surpassed what I wanted it to be. Silksong is amazing. I could yap about that all day. Cat has officially been claimed, and I won't hesitate to claim the other if it doesn't get snagged by the end of the stream. Just saying, it's up there. It's up there. One per Tymo. Yeah. Mo's got eyes on you. Oh man, I'm so sad. So we did two really cute emotes on last stream. One of them being the Sage Sip, which I think is one of my favorite emotes right now. It's just really cute. But the Chugs Coffee one didn't get accepted yet. It makes me sad because I was just about to take a sip of my coffee and I was like, I wanted the Chugs Coffee one. Dude, Silksong is so good, even most pirate. Yeah, I saw all the piracy communities are like, we can pirate AAA games, but this indie dev game, like, buy it. It's only $20, just buy it the real way. Which I just love that everyone has mutual respect that this team took so long to make a game, and it's amazing. It really is. I could nerd out about that all day, genuinely. Let me switch this to that. And, if you didn't already, you can claim your oh, it doesn't show up on my stream. Borderlands soon. Oh yeah, I saw that it is about to come out. Oh man. Also sending you a funny video about the exact Hollow Knight thing, Clon. Oh man, so for those who kind of watched my Hollow Knight playthroughs, long story short, I finally looked up one thing, and it was how to upgrade like the needle, my sword. It was right there the whole time. It was like right in front of me the whole time. I just never went back to go to talk to this person. So I upgraded my nail twice, and now I have destroyed every boss. First try. I went back and faced everything I was stuck on, and I just like swept. So anyways, I genuinely could talk about Hollow Knight all day, but I think I did that for like 20 to 30 minutes last stream. So let's at least get here. Let's at least look at something today. So We haven't gotten that far in Clonimals, and I think I want to start drawing these in a card format. So the what you're looking at now is like standard TCG size down to the millimeter, and I'm also working in CMYK, not RGB. And why I'm working in CMYK is because I want these to maybe get printed. Maybe. I don't know. I am just sort of future-proofing it so that if we actually want, like, it wouldn't be a TCG really. It would just be like cool to print them out and have like a card of it. So I basically took this file here, which has, for those who haven't seen, we have the nervous seahorse, the fuzzy tortoise, the polka dot gorilla, glowing octopus, and wild bee. And so those all, I didn't even have to resize them. These are, without being resized, exactly how they look. There's a chance I have to redo these 5. I won't redo them on stream, I'll do them off stream, just to make sure the pixels actually like didn't get crunched in a weird way. It's hard to explain, but basically, yeah. Wait, Klon can't have any of the patches now. Wait, someone claim it? Why is this turtle so dripped out? He's the fuzzy tortoise, you know? And okay, all patches have been claimed. Oh, sorry, I was reading up there. I'm a K-channel maxi. Dang, got refund. Guess I was too late. Ah, hiding under my sheets right now, watching the stream. Let's go. Jado, what's up? Welcome on in over on X. Welcome on in. So yeah, I wanted to put these in a card just in case. And there's no card design yet, but I at least want to design and color everything in CMYK. And just in case people don't know the difference, RGB is computer monitors. That's the color range on your computer, digital. And then CMYK is printed. Cyan, magenta, yellow, CMYK. I always forget quartz or black, basically. So I wanted to do that way. It's easier to go from, I think it's easier to go from RGB to, I can't remember. Oh, you're just gonna purse me right now? Key channel, which is black. I thought it was, wow, I was a graphic designer. I can't believe you pursed me in the middle of that description. Oh my gosh. Get pursed. I got pursed. And so anyways, it helps because if you print these, then the color accuracy is better. Because if you try to print something that's RGB, there's some colors that will not transfer. And it probably will look different from this. Like, as we're designing them, it'll look a little different. But, what's up, Linkoid? Welcome on in. But, it is, I think it's easier to go from CMYK to RGB than reverse. So, did it just log me out? I'm still in. I do pre-press. Hey, okay, cool. I love that. Like I said, I was a graphic design major, and I should know these things. What the K was. I always thought it was a color name, but sorry, I'm trying to get my keyboard. There we go. So there's no card design yet, but all I want to focus on right now is making sure the art fits in this square, and that's really it. So I need to lower the music on my end. There we go. So let's see how that goes. And I won't worry about the 5 that we've done already because let me delete this. That was another test. So here's the sheet. And we've done the bee, we've done that, and we've done... So we're on the Jolly Beaver here. Again. We are on the Jolly Beaver. So we're really just... Kind of the Clonimal streams have just become like a glorified coloring stream now. Part of me was even thinking I'd just like try to release a sheet of this so everyone can color as well. JL, what's up? Welcome on in. Would be cool to have a unified card design. I agree. And so that unified card design might happen as a result of this. Kind of was going for, at least, because like, you know, like a standard TCG, well, all of this is gonna look different. I have not thought about card design at all. I just wanted to put a square on here, and to do it, I will be honest, I don't know if doing this in CMYK is actually worth it, because like I don't know how many people are gonna print it out, and it for the most part will be viewed digitally. But like I said, it's easier to go from CMYK to RGB because there's more colors in RGB. You know, your computer monitor can get a bigger range, so it usually transfers pretty well. But the artist names, oh, I'll definitely put Clon at the bottom. And then I'll, like, you know, Jolly Beaver will be like the text up above. And then I would love it. This part is a little more difficult. So like the bee, the wild bee does have a name, Buzz Killington. So I was thinking I wanted it to be like sort of like Magic the Gathering, where it's like Buzz Killington, comma, the wild bee. So like if you do come up with a name, it becomes like the name at the top, comma, and then whatever like the combo was. So wild bee or like Jolly Beaver. All right, so this will be the first test. I have not brought something directly from the scan sheet into here. I figured it was really big. So, because part of me doesn't want to shrink this at all. Like I kind of want to work within the size of how I drew it. I want to see what it looks like here. Okay, it's also big there. But I don't know if it makes sense to like double the size of the card here, because I could always export at a different size, but design it at a higher res. So you're gonna see me experiment a little bit. I want to essentially take canvas size here. So I was working with millimeters because this is like the exact size. And essentially I just do like a times 2. And now it should be double the size, theoretically. And then I want to see what it looks like if I was to bring the Jolly Beaver back without resizing it. See, that looks like it'll work. I want these to be as high res as possible. Need space for the yeah. I want space for the paragraphs and stuff. I want all of that. I want to like have really funny text at the bottom. So let's see. This should be double the size now. Let me revert real quick and do this. Sorry, I just want to test out something here. Let me do that process over again. I did canvas size last time. What if I do? Will this end up being? Oh wait. So if I do times 2 here. Yeah. Okay. So that works. All right. So I just increased everything. I think that was the way I should do it. And it looks like everything worked as intended. Let me hide that. I just want this to be the stroke. I don't want this to be, we can do this. So this is what I was saying with, I'm gonna have to redo these. They might look fine now, but if you zoom in, like it gets really pixelated really fast. So I'll do this off stream, but I'm gonna recolor everyone's the first 5, but we're just gonna continue with the rest. So let's now that we're here, actually, what is it? Did that turn into something too? Okay. hope that actually worked. Kind of working on the fly. Because then this fits all nice in there. I'm curious what, if we took another one. Let's take a second one before we get much further. Like that. So I want to take one that fills the whole. Like, honestly, the octopus is a great one. Alright, the octopus is already cropped out. The octopus is a great example because the octopus basically fills the entire square really, really well. Could not create a copy because it's selected. Oh, there we go. Okay, boom. Yeah, so the octopus is a good. So there's nice padding around this, which is what I wanted. Padding all the way around so it doesn't touch the edge of the square, but it's pretty close. Okay, so let's continue now. And let's see here. Clonimals, we'll just lock that. And then we'll lock this as well and lock that. Okay. And then so I need to redo this. I need to redo this square here. I think I did. It was 640 by 640. Then we need to multiply that times 2. It should be the same square, but I wanted a square that like had an outline. Yeah, there we go. Control all. We're gonna center this perfectly, and then delete this one because I just need a square that's like a guideline to understand where we're at. Life Belongs, what's up? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We are continuing the Clonimals, and if you didn't see, we're gonna try to make these in like a card format that can actually be printed out if we wanted to. Like I said, I hope I don't regret doing this in CMYK. But basically, now that we're here, and I snagged a white flare. Oh, nice! For $54? That is the best price I've seen. I saw it being sold for $160 at one place. And I literally was like, okay, I'm not opening Pokemon cards for a little bit. The prices are insane. So what we're going to do with all of these is open the levels panel, and we're going to choose what we want to be black here. And so we kind of choose like a light gray. Yeah, there we go. And then we choose that light gray again. And we're trying to find that middle range. Interesting. So we've always done this in RGB. And now we're doing it in, what if I do this slider? There we go. So basically you have 3 little dials here. This one is like what should be considered black. This is what should be considered gray. The gray is more like white, and so we're just like, if we wanted to really make this like perfect black and white, we go all the way here. Let me do that, and then I pull out the magic eraser tool and just get rid of it. Now we've gotten rid of all the white. Pokemon vending machines are definitely worth checking. Oh, there's a grocery store I have near us that has one of those. Also, this beaver's amazing. Yeah, he's a happy little chunk. Now what color should he be? That's the next question. And then I'll center him real quick. Alright, and now we bring back the white. And we start getting rid of the little detail, like little stray marks. Just do those cleanup parts. Because I don't want to alter these too much. I do kind of want them to retain their like hand-drawn look. And so I'm happy that these are gonna look more high res now, because we're viewing it at 2 times, so if we shrink it down, everything should look a little bit better too. Speaking of Pokemon, I found that my brother has a holo Pokemon card. I don't know if it's real or not. Oh, like holographic. Or like hollow, like it has nothing in it inside of it. Okay, so this is the what is this beaver again? Jolly beaver. Okay. We will put them in the group. He is 06 Jolly Beaver. Alright, let me just actually make sure he was the Jolly Beaver. I'm forgetting. Yeah, he is the Jolly Beaver. 10 points. Jolly Rancher Beaver? Oh man, now I want to make that log a Jolly Rancher. Yeah, wait, you just said that too. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know, man, I'm not into Pokemon. It's very shiny. Ooh, a shiny card. Do you know what Pokemon it is? Yeah, no you. Mojave. Go sneak it into his house and steal. I mean, inspect it. Yeah, just go inspect it real quick. So we need to color this thing. I'm just out of curiosity. The blue Jolly Rancher is my favorite. So one thing we'll have to look out for is if you look at, I know it's really small, but right here where my cursor is, you'll see that there's no like caution sign. If we start going to colors like this, now there's a caution sign, which essentially means in CMYK, there is not a color for that. So you kind of get around the color you want, and then you click that, and it usually like desaturates it a little bit. But I want to see if this log was blue. Although it's kind of looking teal. I mean, mostly blue, but like there's a little bit of green. And these are fun challenges for me because, what's that caution? So it just means that you can't print out that color. Yeah, out of gamut. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That means you're out of gamut. And so we have most colors to use, but we won't have every color. But again, I think for the sake of I would just love to see these printed out actually, like as a physical card. I just think that would be so cool. My stove is so bad that I have to use a lighter to start it up. I feel like I used to have but it's it just creates a little excitement in your day to have to light up your stove. Yeah. Ooh, how long's the gas been on? Just goes up in flames. So I don't know if that looks like a Jolly Rancher, but I like with all of these Clonimals, I feel like I never want to use log color, like what the color probably should be. Like we could make this beaver brown, but that's less exciting, you know. So I want to just have fun with it, and I don't know what color the beaver should be. And I'm trying to like cycle through colors. Obviously, we will probably have 2 of the same like color animal, but I'm trying not to stick to like an exact color palette. So, oh yeah, and I need to pull up the Excel sheet. Wow. I need to pull up the Excel sheet to see who is the Jolly Beaver. Oh, Jado. Wait, I saw you earlier. This is yours. And I always like to say, if the person is here and we're working on your Clonimal, feel free to suggest a color or any kind of art direction here. I am like, I'll obviously kind of decide in the moment, if I don't see anything, but and colors are very easy to change. That's the other thing. We dealt with that a lot last stream. I think we were working on the polka dot gorilla, and he was like blue or something, and then we changed him to red, and it looked a lot cooler. Blue wood, that's got to be some rare. Yeah, it's a Jolly Rancher. That's the tree type because he's a very jolly beaver. So I'm gonna pick a color I think works really well with that Jolly Rancher color. We're gonna at least start as the base here. We're just gonna color all of it as this color. That way we can kind of check out what color we really like for it. Put that under there, and then pull out the bucket pool. So that's a Jolly Beaver. Ooh, love me some Jolly, same. Yeah, and the blue one's my favorite. So we can do this now. We're gonna do color overlay. And we can just start messing around with what color we want. And we'll probably do this a lot. Actually, for some reason that green beaver actually sounds kind of cool. But like, oh yeah, I was mentioning this last stream, but I basically can see this on 3 different monitors, and each monitor has its own like color range to it. So this beaver looks a little different on every screen I'm looking at. I'm trying to like make sure it still looks fine. I'm gonna start with this green. I actually kind of like it, and I'm gonna color things like his feet. I probably will use Chug's color for a lot of things. It just works really well. So I kind of want to... that. Something like that. But we're not done yet. And I want to pick a nice color for the background here. Oh, that is working. There we go. That's a color that just kind of universally will work. That kind of works. Just something. Hey, what's up, MX Ultra? What you doing over on YouTube? Sorry. What's up? And I'll probably still make things like the tongue pink and the teeth white. Okay, but I don't know if this is the exact color palette we used. I'm kind of just color blocking at the beginning. And then I'm gonna also do things like fill in the black where I think it should be filled in. I think it makes sense to fill it in. If he had some fur stripes, then the log could be transparent to slightly show the... Oh, interesting. Yeah, we could make that. Here's a... Yeah, because we need something underneath. And we could do that. I guess I didn't even... I guess color would be fine. But what makes... What's a... When you hear jolly... What color do you think of? I used to be semi-popular on an AI site where they make characters to chat to. That's cool. We've talked about making our characters able to talk to. Or you could give a log a bit of a swirl. Let's it could be 2 color, the log. Let's try something out here. Let's go darker. I also don't want to put too much detail into all of these. Yeah, as I'm saying that, I don't want to go insane with the coloring here. What I do want to try out, maybe there's being like a pattern on him. I guess I'll just use this color and get like soft light. So sorry, my thought process here is if I add too much color to these, that's not just color blocking, then it kind of breaks the like I really want the outline to be like the thing that stands out here, and I sort of just want to color within that. But now that I say that, I kind of want to cross-reference everything we have done. Yeah, it's pretty much just filling in, because the polka dots were already there. Okay, so I'm doing that for myself. I really want consistency with all of these as much as possible. So, but things I am willing to do is like, if I drew the lines for it, just like adding some blush under those lines. Okay. And the blush doesn't have to be pink either. We can choose the green and actually go like a little darker. Cute. And then I kind of like the green is grown on me. Where is feet? Okay. This was the other color I wanted to test out. Yeah. See, I already think that looks cuter. Just revert that. That looks pretty good. I'm filling the parts I forgot to fill in. Although I'm realizing as I color this in, you can kind of see if we zoom in here, there's some like artifact colors here. If you can like see the blue or whatever, you know, color. So we're gonna open up the eraser tool again. Is this on the right one? Yeah. And we're gonna make the tolerance not 100%. That should have been opposite. It should have been like 15%. And then we just want it to be black and white. There's my cursor. Okay. And then let's see if it works here. It's not working. Van, thank you so much for resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Enjoy the emotes. We keep firing away with new ones. So that is in fact the... I do want to figure this out because I want these to look good. Can we zoom in here and select that blue? And, huh. What will get rid of those blue dots? I'm like, how did they get there in the first place? Huh. It's gonna bug me if I don't figure this out. I mean, you really can't see it, you know, when you're you're this far away. But there is probably a solve for this, so one sec. I guess we need to choose like the lightest one. Huh. That gets rid of some more of them. I actually have no idea. Whoa. Okay. That worked. I'm worried it... Yeah, that worked. Okay, we just gotta slide that slider all the way over. Okay. Fixed. Let's go. Oh man, I really wanted that coffee chugs emote to get accepted today. I thought it would. Alright, and now that we've done that, sorry, let me just get rid of some of the stray marks. Cool. I'm glad we figured that out because we have a lot more of these to do, and I want to make sure we get it right from the start because I do not want to have to backtrack and do everything. Because right now there's like 5 of them that I had to redo, which is no big deal. 5 is a very small number. If I had to do 50 of them, that would suck. So I kind of like how the beaver looks. Like I said, the goal here is to use as few colors as possible. I really want, like, it's almost like I always like kind of put out rules for myself when I do my art. So like the first rule was I was only allowed to draw on pen, no pencil, and I just got like 1 shot at it, which for the most part was how I did it. And then now that we're here, I want to maintain that outline and then use very minimal coloring. So those are sort of the 2 rules I'll always hold myself to as we do these, just saying that out loud. But that's typically how I draw. I always like to give myself, you know, a box that I have to stay in. And that's mainly just for consistency. But I really like how the beaver looks. The green color palette really grew on me. But I still want some sort of like, maybe gray is a good color to use for the background. I want to be able to like tell if we're coloring with white and just see how in general the colors look. So gray should work because we're probably not going to do many gray animals. All right, first one down in CMYK on this new format here. I do want to kind of like, so I don't know how well it shows up on screen because I don't know if I'm streaming in 1080p or not. But I don't know if you can tell the difference between the sharpness of the beaver outline versus the sharpness of the seahorse, but you can definitely tell that the seahorse is a lot fuzzier. It's definitely, okay, you can tell, good, okay. Yeah, I'm never sure. I'm like, if I'm streaming at 720, then I don't even know if that's gonna show up. So that's why I wanted to redo these before we get much further. And I think Life Belongs, I think you even mentioned it when we were doing the bee, because the bee was the first one. I was like, it's looking a little low res, and that like stuck with me when you said that, because I want the roughness of the outline from like how we drew it, but I don't want it to look low res, so it's finding that balance. So I'm glad that we proved our point here, that I'm glad I'm redoing these, because I think this looks a lot sharper. And we're at 2 times the scale. So if we shrink down, it'll definitely be HD, because we won't have lost any pixel size. No. That is not a knock at all. Never think that. I love suggestions like that, or even when someone just points out something, because usually when you point out something, there is a reason. And so I went back and looked at everything and I was like, this does look a little low res. And then now doing the newest one, it definitely is. So I appreciate that. Thank you. So let's keep this train going. I'm really happy to do the swirly armadillo, not gonna lie. He's really cute. I just wanna, we will probably make the swirl like rainbow. This silly little guy. And I thought I would potentially do, I gotta redo this, potentially redo some of the line work here, but I don't know if I'll be able to like accurately make it look the same with the brush I'm using. I really need to pull out the OG Cool Cats brush. That does a better job at mimicking the micron that I use, which is the whole reason why I created it. And it's funny because that's, you know, what got used for the Cool Cats collection was that brush I used, just so I could emulate this look. He's actually kind of hard to cut out. And the reason I'm cutting him out like this and instead of just cutting him out from a square is because there's a lot of stray pixels and I don't want to have to find them all. I want to just be able to get what's necessary and work with that. But the armadillo here, he is quite the maze to get through. And then there's one section okay, let's get him over. This swirly armadillo. Is he actually that much smaller than the beaver? He is. Okay. Yeah, so that's the tough thing. I'm not going to rescale anything either. I'm just sort of going to let it ride. So some might be a little bit smaller. What I would love to do, but I would be biting off more than I can chew if I did this, is if each animal like kind of had their own unique background. We'll see. We'll see where this this whole idea goes, because this is you know, season 1 of Clonimals. It's really just like the experiment to see how it goes. So let's pull up the layers panel. I'm curious if I could just do this. Nope. Okay, that does not work. I'm guessing we have to do this first. Is select what we want white, and then select what we want black, and then move the sliders in. Whoa. Alright, let's do that. It's all about finding the balance here. And then does this work? No. So we have to get rid of the white first. So let's do that. I'm just trying to, you know, the further I go this way, like random marks start to show up. So I'm kind of trying to balance that. And if we took the eraser here, okay, cool, that works. And then we go back to the levels, and then I can do, yeah, and that just makes it perfect black. I hope this process works. Try threshold. Wait, I'll go back because I can redo that. So by threshold, are you talking about this spot, or are you talking about the magic eraser? Because the magic eraser has threshold to it. This does not, and I do want to try to redo this because see how crunchy it gets. And then I want to like select that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think that ended up looking a little bit cleaner. Got up in PS, so yeah, I get that. Is this something you could set up a macro for? Probably. But at the same time, I actually don't know if I could set up a macro, because the reason I'm kind of doing these one by one is because each drawing is a little different, depending on how much, you know, like what the pen did for that specific drawing. If I wanted to essentially macro this, it would be I take this whole page and do it all at once. And I think I tried doing that at the beginning, but it was just like too much for the stream or something. But this knocks out the white, and then we can try that. I will try what you just suggested. Maybe not the macro, but making this a little bit faster so we don't have to do this part every time. So essentially, let me save this. And then if I was to take this file, and let's use the clam here, the example, But we're essentially going to use the layers panel, the levels panel for... Yeah, so I just selected something. And we don't have any result yet. And it's like white. Part of me thinks it's gonna break my Photoshop, but we'll see. Luckily, this cannot break the stream because this is on its own computer. I want to be that animal holding lollipop. Image adjustments threshold. So, image adjustments threshold. There's no hotkey for that. Whoa, okay. Here, we'll leave him here. Let's bring him back. He's right here. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. Okay. Well, here, let me... So let's try this again. So, image adjustments threshold. And then what happens if there is a range here? You could do like there. Okay. And then you would do the eraser tool. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, there's no weird like multicolor kind of thing. And so then if I'm gonna break the canvas for a second. So we're gonna do these side by side. Get rid of that. Do that. Then get rid of the guideline, and this one is the new one. Okay. We're like saving steps, so yeah, exactly. I don't want to have to cut them all out either. I think the move is trying to edit the other photo. This one's not perfect black for some reason. This one is. I'm just kind of like looking at the difference here. These are the details that matter. They're pretty much the same, which is cool, because that definitely was quicker, I think. Not a rich black, but the good news is like I could just do this then, just like color overlay, and then just like make it black. And now, and if I was to hover over, yeah, now they're exactly the same. They look pretty much the same, So with that in mind, let's go back here for a second. And let's try what you just suggested, adjustments threshold, and zoom in here. And I don't know how well this will all work. So that's like a nice threshold right there. Let's just like look through multiples here. You know, like, what does it look like? I probably want to go... What happens if I go... Yeah, I'm basically debating how many dots do I want? Like white dots within the black line, and how many black dots outside of the line. Because if I go more of those start showing up. And if I go less, more of the white dots start showing up. So there's a nice in-between here. And I think this is the route we'll go. Thank you, Mo. This will save me a lot of time. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Because we can, if we're saving time on this side, then we can use that time to then spend it like clicking in those dots or deleting some dots here and there. So now we can take the magic eraser tool, and we have pretty good threshold here now. So we can do like, and just start deleting the white altogether. Because this is a big file that we're looking at. That's why this is pretty cool that we're able to do this. Okay, and it won't get the glowing octopus because that's on its own layer right now. So now, It probably makes sense if we took everything and did the like color overlay for black. Not everything's a perfect black. We will, I guess merge visible? No. Rasterize layer style. And so now we can just take this guy out and see I don't have to like be so exact with how I cut him out and just bring him over here. Let's add a third one to the mix. I'll put the third one here, delete the last one that we did, and then do one more like quality check. So definitely there are like more like white dots in here, basically. But I think that's okay. The scared ant is so good. It basically makes all the fine details really dark. It has pros and cons. I think for what we're doing, it's a massive pro. It's like, I'm okay with accepting the cons of like essentially taking this guy now. Oh, wait. Before I get any further, I need to Command Z. Everything. There we go. Okay. And then paste him back. So wait, this is the old one. And then this was the new one. And let's put him in the middle. Oh, that was the Jolly Beaver that I was selecting on layers panel. Okay, so basically, now that we've done that, if I really want to, I can do stuff where I like fill in the dots where I want them to. It just depends how much I care. But you know, if I was to go back here and look at these again, I maybe could try this again. And so you guys are witnessing the creative process here. This is how it goes sometimes, at least with my stuff, is like I really try to make sure it's right before I go all in on an idea. Okay, well, let's try the threshold again. We had it at like 180 something, and I'm thinking I would rather deal with more of the black lines in the, or the black dots in the white than the white dots in the black. So I'm thinking we go with like let's go back to our good old buddy Swirly Armadillo here, because we've looked at him a lot. And yeah, I want to like really find that in between. So I think 202 is our... Oh, I'll catch you later, Power Mocha. Good night and have a good rest of your day. Or I guess good night. Clonimals pattern hoodies. So that is why I'm really excited about these Clonimals. The possibilities are going to be endless with what we can do with these. And that excites me. So I think what we just did will make sense. Okay, so and then let's do this one last time. I'm just trying to save myself time. Okay, and then we will add the like perfect black back and rasterize that, and then for one last time we'll get our swirly buddy here. Cool. You know, that maybe took like 20 minutes to figure out, but that 20 minutes will save us like 20 hours. That might be an exaggeration, but it'll save us a lot of time in the long run. And now if I look at the difference of them, I already colored in some of his spots, so I'm really looking in his like belly right now, like some of these white dots there, and there's a lot more in this one. So okay, enough of that. Let's actually get back to the coloring here. And then now what I'm looking for as a quality check are all of like the little dots that are outside of the, which there aren't many. So I think that was well worth it. to do. Okay. Want to maintain the derpiness. So what color should he be? Now we're back on that. So thank you, Mo. I appreciate that a lot, actually. Because like doing the whole levels thing for each individual Clonimal did not make sense. So I've never used Threshold before, and I think that's why I appreciate what you just told me, is because I learned something new. So, and I'm all about trying to learn something new. We'll use the let's start with that and go into orange. I'm basically just gonna do a rainbow. Really emphasize on the swirl here. And I'm using the Cool Cats rarity background colors here. Except for beige. Sorry, beige believers. He's got his little rainbow swirl. Oh wait, he'll be beige. That's where the beige will come in. The armadillo himself will be beige. Okay, that'll work. And then let's add in some of the white. I just realized I colored all of this on the same layer, so hopefully we don't have to recolor anything. Yeah, total Sandshrew vibes, and I was actually gonna go one step further and with the Sandshrew vibes and kind of like add more of this like orange for a shell here. Maybe I'll make the inside of it that color and then use a darker color. What I do kind of like is that some of those, like, maybe y'all, I don't know how well y'all can see, because obviously I'm viewing this like gigantic on my end, but I like how some of the inside dots are taking on the color that's underneath it. A nice little, I like that. And then let's go more like brownish. Like I was thinking like a darker color like that. And actually him being this color only makes the swirl pop out more. Like that. It's looking like a croissant. EP time now. Good night, statues. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I hope you get Hollow Knight. And I hope you enjoy it too. Let's go like... for his hat, let's like continue the rainbow look, but purple. I don't know if I like that rainbow. What if I go from red to blue to green? I don't know if I liked that rainbow I just did. Let's not do the same rainbow order that we just did for the... I wanted blue, not purple. It's like pink. Like that. It's such a... I don't know if I like that, to be honest. At first I was like, we'll just make it red. the propeller, like yellow. It's not choosing the color. Okay. Something like that. Oh, and then his tongue. The tongue is the one thing I keep consistent here, unless there's a reason to change it. But he could have a rainbow tongue because he's been licking a lollipop. But this guy's cute. He uses all of the cool cat rarity background colors. He's a swirl of them. So that one was fast. Okay. 07 swirly armadillo. All right, on to the next. So this should get easier now. Now that we just did that whole other part, we're working on the the flustered deer. This is unfortunate. Another thing I'm willing to do is, like, if I have like a prop like this deer where he has like the two things in front of him, I'm willing to move those around. I'm down to position anything. Okay. Copy him over. Although they might be in a good spot. I was just thinking, like, the deer is over there. Because there was lore behind this one. The lore behind this one is that the deer is playing with toys and is reenacting like a deer getting hit by a car or something, and he's getting caught doing that. Some weird lore, but there was lore. So yeah, I was thinking more like that. That makes more sense with how it's supposed to be drawn. I'm wondering if, like, they go in his hands. Like that. And then we would take all of them. So this will be the outline will get its own. 08 clustered deer. And then we can move them around right there. To be in the middle. Maybe flip the small deer. Oh no! Yeah, wait, that's a great idea actually. Something like that. Yeah. Oh, so it's facing the car? Yeah, let's try that. I feel like he can only be holding the car. Let's put the car like right there. Okay. And then I also wanted to get rid of some of the weird lines here. Just a tiny little one. That's good. And we'll name this car, deer, well, deer toy, and then deer. Yeah. He got caught! Oh man. What's going through this deer's head? And then the deer toy. We can get rid of some of those pixels too. And then car, just get rid of that line and that. Okay. Alright, let's get coloring. Now, what color should the flustered deer be? My brain went to yellow for some reason, but think I'm gonna make the car red. Because that'll make it look more like a car. Although I just realized this might not be a good CMYK color. It is, okay. Cool. And there's our car. And I don't know, I guess I did color when I did the nervous seahorse, I colored the little like silhouette seahorse. The beaver was green. Like, we will have to repeat colors here, so I shouldn't get too afraid to use the same color twice. But I'm gonna start with a color here, and then I can decide. I'm gonna start with yellow. See how that looks. Okay. Yellow deer. Oh dear. And then we'll make his eyes on a different layer. Oh. Okay. And then, do I just make the antlers, you know, like, oh, those are green, that's do I just make the antlers like actual, you know, kind of antler color? You know, there is a chance that we get through a lot of these and then I go back and even like recolor some of them. We'll see. But I always like doing this, at least, where I do a fill color. I don't know why him turning just like pitch black was interesting.
Note, gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Hey, thank you, PCX. I appreciate that. Thank you. To Brinker. Have we seen a Brinker here? They've been they've been following since 2023. I appreciate that, and welcome on in. What a way to make an entrance, gifting a sub to the community. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm actually curious where. You're on this list somewhere. I forget where it is. I should release this list so y'all can see too. But we're doing the flustered deer. And I'm trying to choose a color for it. We had yellow at first, and I kind of liked the yellow, but I'm like, I love all the Diptella emotes here. Wait, let me join you. Oh yeah. Wait, PCX, do you also stream?
It's like, I don't know if it needs to be this.
Oops. Pulled up Twitch. You might have heard a voice there. Okay, let's go a little bit paler. Actually, it's a deer in headlights. Maybe I will keep it yellow. Yeah, that makes sense, right? We make it yellow. Let's go, Deadfella Streamer. I just sent you a follow. It was meant to be, yeah. It was meant to be yellow. It's a deer in headlights. I think I feel like I need to color the toy, actually. I can't make it also yellow, so let's like choose. I want it to be dark though. But it kind of looks good, just like black, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think this looks good. I think it's more important that I get through them as quick as possible to then go back and make any like color edits once I've sort of seen them all. Man, I just want to make lizards green. There's some animals I just want to make them their animal color. Oops. Oh, that's not gonna work. Did I just do that right? Yeah. Alright, we got the forgetful lizard now. Number 9. I forgot his tail's right behind him. He knows he's forgetting something. We're gonna make his eye look more like an eye. Yeah. Yeah. And then let's get him more in the center here. And then I actually want to move this to the other side. Or wait, maybe it did make more sense there. Where do I want to put this? He's so skinny compared to like the rest of them. Alright, I'm really trying not to re-angle anything, but I think he is someone that should get re-angled. And then I was considering doing this too. We make a copy of He's got 3 question marks above his head instead of just 1. Really emphasize that he's forgetful. Yeah. Yeah, he's forgetful. These I think I'm willing to make red. Yeah. Okay. Layer here. Alright, well, I gotta start off with the obvious. The obvious being green. And part of me does want to think about like the card design, because it might make like even just the viewing experience of this a little bit better if like some of the card was figured out. So we'll see. If I get tired of coloring things, I might consider it. It's got metal. Yeah. Oh, well, they should be yellow then. Let me try that out actually. Because isn't it like a yellow exclamation point in Metal Gear Solid? Am I making that up? Oh. Man, I love good green lizard. How they were meant to be. Oh, you think it was red? Okay, maybe it was red. I'm basically going off of I've played only one Metal Gear Solid. I haven't played any of the other ones. Oh yeah. I don't know if any of you get this way where it doesn't matter how much coffee you drink. There's just some weeks where you're just tired the whole week, maybe the whole year. So there is still Clonimal redeems. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm glad you said that. Let me say this to everyone in chat. You can keep redeeming. For some of y'all that show up every day, that's your reward, is that you can redeem every day, all the time, whenever. There's no limit to how many Clonimals you can get. You are basically benefiting by being here. So you get more chances of the Clonimal because, you know, I draw these all in pen and I don't get to like think or critique or do any of that. So not every Clonimal is an absolute banger in my opinion. But some are. And you might just get that combo where like it's so easy to draw and it makes sense and it's a really cool one. So you might get a cooler one out of it. And by you being here, it gives you more chances. So sort of like a reward, I guess. But yes, I'm glad you mentioned something. No shame. It's fair game. And if you're watching on any other platform and you're like, what are these redeems he's talking about? You get channel points by simply just watching on Twitch. You just kind of get them by watching. You get 300 from following for the first time. And then you use those to redeem. And then you put in your Twitter handle and then you get put on the list. But right now we're doing 1 through 50 and coloring those and seeing how it goes. And then we will continue with 51 to 100 once we're done with this portion. So the redeems are going to stack up until then, until we're just out of them. And I think, I also like to be ahead of it, so let me just make sure. Oh, there's another page. Okay, that's why. It was Life Belongs, and yeah, Mojave was last, and let me add you back. Life. Copy you into a new tile here. I like to stay on top of these while I can. Cool. Perfect. And the way I'm getting VIP is if Miss Ball shows up. Yeah. I can't believe someone actually got it. That was crazy. Someone got the... Basically, if you watch the Pokemon streams, if you guess the, like, the TM the gym leader gives you, because it's randomized, you get VIP. And someone got it. Man, I just want to make lizards green. I'll make him like a teal blue. Or just like a teal. And then the yellow actually works kind of well, but I think red does make more sense because red just shows up better on different backgrounds. And then nothing's on this layer, so then I was gonna take whatever blue teal this was and just go lighter. Something like that. The lizard's pretty basic. I love him, but he's basic. That could be lighter. Let's try to go even. Basically white. Yeah. There's not much more needed for him. Oh, I did. Now that y'all have been posting the LFG, I want to make an edit to the LFG because I feel like maybe it's because I'm colorblind or my eyes are bad. I feel like the LFG doesn't like pop enough, like the letters on top of it. And wait, didn't I re-export that? Didn't I make the sign bigger? Am I making this up? I feel like I did that edit. Or I made the sign taller, but... Did I do that on stream? I like, can't remember. Okay, well, Forgetful Lizard in the books. Don't forget it. Yeah, maybe a darker green. Or yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, was potentially a darker green or making the letters darker. One of those things. Oh, no way! Wait. Stop everything I'm doing. One sec. Just got an email, everyone. Just got an email. What was I gonna replace? I think I was gonna replace this. I'm getting rid of the save emote for now. It's a fun one. But. Oh, one sec. Yeah, I really got excited for emails. You're about to see why. Alright, everyone. Refresh your page. Refresh your page. Do a command or control R. Wait, control. How do I do it on my end? There we go. Refresh your stream. We got a new emote. We got a new emote. Yes. I wanted this so badly, like before the stream had started. Now it's here. It happened during stream. Chug's coffee time. I really like how that looks as an emote. It like fills the square really well. Yes, now they can sip together, and then let's see if I can do it. Let's see if anyone else thinks of it before I get there. Oh, I need to turn around Blue Cat. I feel like I want them all facing to the right. But they all got their things that they're drinking or eating. They're all getting ready to like watch a movie together. Yeah, they're perfect together. Oh, they are perfect together. The Dead Fellows one. Your emote and Chugs. That's so great, actually. Like, look. Yeah. Actually. Okay. Let's keep this going. So I got really excited there because I've been waiting for that emote to get accepted. Oh. Let's just type Season 2 Clonimals. Ooh. See, this is the type of brainstorming I want to do now before we get to like Season 2. Is what will make Season 2 different. Ooh, Clever Snake. I'm actually excited to do this one. Depticlons? Wait, I picked the Depticlons. Oh my gosh. The Autoclons. Autoclons, roll out. Powerclons. Starclons. Although I feel like it needs to start with Clon and then have like a tag on it, like Clonimals, or it's just they're always called Clonimals, like that is it, but then the theme changes. Because I do like Clonimals. Has a nice like flow to it, and it looks good as a logo. Decepticlons. I thought you meant Decepticlons, and that's almost what I said, and that's why I said Autoclons. It's so funny. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Let's I'll go back and edit that. Clean up. Might be going a little extreme here. Okay. All right, Sherlock Snake. My brain completely left. Hey, some mornings are like that. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often for me. I'm always... The wheel is always spinning right here in the mornings. This is... What is this again? This is the clever snake. All right, clever snake. How are we gonna color you? I'm gonna be honest. The coloring is actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. deciding a new color every time. I usually like go off of a very strict color palette, but now I'm trying to just use whatever color. I'm like, oh, this is a little bit harder than I thought. My perfect duo would be someone who could color for me. I just pass them the outlines and they just color it. They think about the color theory and the color palettes and do all that. I'm like, oh, wait, adjective wheel, machine wheel, and good versus evil. Ooh, I like adding a third wheel. And it, Jeej can't color inside the lines. I don't think Jeej wants to color. I don't think Jeej minds coloring, but having like a dedicated person, that way I can always just do the outline and then someone can make it look pretty. It's like the good news with Blue Cat and Friends, it's like they have colors. I don't do any of the guessing. It's not the coloring itself that I struggle with, it's the deciding what color to use. This isn't brown, is it? Feel like more of a rich brown. It's gonna make it the Sherlock hat, you know, start there. There's some things I'll use the actual color for, but then like whatever the color of the animal is. Does that even work? Not really. Just to use a wheel for everything? That's a great idea. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, should I introduce a wheel here? Oh, man. And how many colors do I put on there? Do I just put like the very standard, like, you know, just like the very standard ones, or do I start adding things in like teal and like the in-betweens? That's actually a really good idea. Because it'll at least give me a starting point, which is the point of the wheel. Is like, give me a starting point so I'm not just looking at a blank page. Oh man, that's a good idea. I should maybe actually do that. I don't know why I imagined the snake red. We're gonna start with red here. And then we'll go from there. At least get that in there. He's a snake. Could be as simple as red. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking too. Was like, I don't complicate it by putting those like in between colors or anything. It's just like, yeah, okay, red. Now what shade of red do I want to use? Yeah, maybe I'm just debating when I do that. I'm like, I could do that right now. Or I do it off stream and we just start up with it next stream. So I'm not sure. Oh, it was already red. Did we just do a red one? I almost feel like I need to keep track of what we just did. The lizard was not red. So. Well, let's maybe go for more of like a... I'm gonna go for more like of a salmon color here. And once again, well, maybe we'll use, I think I like my default being like pick the color that we're using and then go lighter than that. This is typically what I do with my stuff, is just pick the lighter color to be like the underbelly. feel like I go even later than that. You can put each color on the wheel a bunch of times, so as it gets picked, you remove it. Ooh. See, that's why I'm like, I think I'll do it off stream so I can think about exactly what you just said. And yeah. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I just love adding as much RNG as possible into my drawing. Keeps it interesting for me, more importantly. Ooh. Lighter than that. Maybe even go shift up to... Yeah, I like that. And then I was debating, because we did this with, his tail looks like a worm. Hell yeah. Oh man, I love those waving emotes. See, that's what I want to do as well. Oh, you have a lot of those. A lot of the waving emotes. That's cool. Yeah, the pink was too wormy. So I was thinking we did this with the gorilla. We've already done it once. But let's cut out all of the stripes here. So we can even have fun with the colors here. Kind of add some more color to it. I think I'll leave the pipe the outline color. Okay, there we go. Put those all in their own layer. Oh, that's awesome, man. Psych's the best. It's like, I want to do that too. I guess, thinking through this realistically, one sec. I know I'm derailing a little bit here. I'm looking at the Cool Cats collection. Because, let's see, I would love to do something like that. I'd love to make content out of that too. Like if I just made a waving emote, and then I took all of the because it would only be a shirt trait. And I always forget how many shirt traits there are in the Cool Cats collection. Oh my god. There's 86 shirts. Okay. It's usually why how do I... Oh god. One sec. Mod icons. Here we go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Delete that comment. Oh, I needed to ban them. Oh well. Click to show. Timeout. Oh god, I almost did that for Mojave. Wait, did I accidentally... I deleted the right thing. Oh my god. I'm like... I can't tell if someone got to it before I did. But like, it confused me, and I was looking at some of the symbols, and I was like, wait, I almost just straight up banned Mojave. Okay. I don't like to have the mod icons on. They're kind of distracting for me. But gotta have them on occasionally. Yeah, like a coffee cheers emote. So I think that's why I've always hesitated to doing some of those emotes, is because I did so many shirt traits. I think that's like what there's the most of. There's 86 shirt traits. Some of them don't have sleeves, so there's probably a good amount I could take off of that 86. And then some of them are recolors. So once I do it once, I just have to recolor it. But it's basically like creating... If I let's just say hypothetically, I'm copying what Psych did and I did the waving. It's like 1, 2, 3. I would just have to draw 3 frames with each sleeve. So it is a lot of work. but I feel like it goes a long way. But also cheap viewers in your local area. Hey, that's true. I'm like, do those comments ever work? Like, do those scammers, does it ever work? Because their comment just 100% looks like scam. How do you fall for that, you know? Alright, I'm gonna take the red, go darker. Yeah. Yeah, that looks way better than it being just black. Okay. And then we're gonna add like white. Huh? Oh, I always do this. The whole keyboard switching thing. I mean, someone has to buy them for them to keep doing it. That's true. That's why scammers keep scamming, because obviously it seems to work every once in a while. It's surprising to me, but I guess we're all kind of like internet people, so we definitely can spot that before it happens. I guess I'll just do one of those, and then another gold there. They get tempting when the viewership hits the big donut. I'm gonna need to grab water. I guess let's make this the accents layer. Do that. And then that, I guess. Not really sure what I should color the top of that. But I was gonna make the bubbles blue, and I'll do them on the same layer as the transparent white here. You can barely see what I'm doing here, but it is in fact blue. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Let me choose a different color real quick. There. Yeah, that looks better. And maybe I should just take that blue, put it here. Kind of liked it darker. Speaking of big donuts, I finally saw the Big Donut in LA for the first time. I already forgot the name of the place. It's the famous one, the famous Big Donut. I think we were driving to the beach or something. And I was like, huh, there it is. Randy's, yes, thank you, Randy's. Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. There it is. It's crazy how they keep that thing clean, except for the tippy top where all the pigeons are. But it looked like it had a fresh paint job. Yeah, I'll just leave that brown. Randy's! I still have not been there yet. I have been to Trejos Donuts. Danny Trejos. He's got a lot of different food companies in LA. At least two. I shouldn't say a bunch. He's got Trejos Tacos and Trejos Donuts, and they're both so good. I love them. The donuts are amazing, and then of course the tacos are too. Basically, there's the Grove in LA, which is essentially like your strip mall. No different than any like town that has their like. They all have different names. The one I grew up with was called the Avenue, you know, and it had all the name brands there. But the Grove is like that, and they have like a whole farmers market section at the Grove, and that's where Trejos Tacos has one of their stands. And essentially every time I go, I gotta get some. They're good. Shout out Danny. An entrepreneur. Alright, let's get this clumsy seal over. I'm like, how many have we? Oh, I guess we've done 5 now. We just did our 10th one. Wild how coloring fatigues me more than drawing. I don't know. I find that weird, actually. I could be thinking of the wrong place, but does that have an outdoor empanadas spot in the middle of it? It probably does. If we're talking about like the farmer's market, like all of it is outdoors. But I can't remember. Cause I pretty much beelined it for Trejo's. Although my parents were in town and we went. And my mom went to the pickle place that's there, and then that was also really good. They like, it's not just like a simple pickle, it's like sliced pickles with like other toppings on it. And at first I was like, gross. Maybe not gross, but I was like, I don't think that'll be good. And then it was really good. Alright, let's, so this is the 11th one. Clumsy. Let's see, did I just spell clumsy wrong? No. This is the outline layer. Alright, well the banana is definitely yellow. Banana. Banana is definitely yellow. And let's use chug color. The good old Chug's color, it just works for everything. One of my favorite colors in the color palette. Banana. He's a clumsy seal. Alright. We're spinning the wheel and he's... what color? Let's see. We're just gonna start somewhere. It also doesn't help, background needs... yeah. I just need to pick the most neutral background so it doesn't inform my color decision. If I had my pick, everything would be blue. Did the seal slip on the banana? Yeah, he's a clumsy seal, unfortunately. He's always falling over on himself. He used to make a really cool deck of cards, like a memory game. Yeah, so let me finish this and I'm gonna show some inspo. Cause I did something when you said memory game. That reminded me of something I've done in my past, and I should be able to show that on stream, but I want to show it off because I think it'd be cool. So let me fill in these stars real quick. I don't know if I like the color of the seal right now. Just made him gray. Oh, actually, this is kind of cute. A pink seal. Maybe more like a purpley pink seal. Oh wait, that color doesn't work. There we go. Alright, let me show something. Desperate Oasis, it's giving that type of game vibes. Desperate Oasis. Oh, here. Well, I'm gonna look up two things here. Desperate Oasis. Oh, whoa, that's really cool art. Yeah, I want to make these into cards so badly. If I bring something down here, okay, it will show. All right, so I'm going to my college website. I'll show y'all. This is my website. I don't think I have anything to hide here. I always get so worried putting like a browser window up. But, so when I was in college, / a little out of college, this was my website. ColinTheVegan.com. And it did some fun things here. I used to do motion graphics, I got illustration, and then there's me, short-haired me. But the one thing I wanted to show off was I did this project called Expressions. And let's see, wait, can I want to like pan the page over a little bit, but oh, wait, what did I just do? I've never done that hotkey before. Short hair, you had existed? Oh yeah, for a while too. It's funny because, you know, when Cool Cats happened, I would say the main reason I had long hair was because of COVID. COVID happened, I just kept growing out my hair because I couldn't go to get my hair cut or anything. And so I had long hair, and then Cool Cats happened, and I had long hair during that. And so then I just kept growing it. And so many people, their first time knowing me is when I had my hair at like the longest I've ever had it in my life. But I do love my hair at this length, so I'm probably going to keep it. So this set was called Expressions. This was a project I did in my college illustration class where we were allowed to do anything, I think. Towards the end of my college career, we were allowed to do anything, basically. Like, the last few projects in this class were either like, they were very like open-ended, of like you could do anything. And so my whole thing was, I was kind of going through a tough time in my life, and I was having a hard time expressing myself, and I knew I wasn't alone in this. So I created these cards called Expressions, and ultimately the goal behind these were so it was for children, it was for special needs, just like people who, or like nonverbal people had a hard time expressing their emotions in the moment, and they could be given a card that demonstrated exactly how they were feeling, and they could just like put that on the table. It was also supposed to be used as a fun creative exercise. So maybe it's a teacher in like an art class or whatever, or it doesn't even have to be an art class, but they put down like 3 of these cards and they're like, make a story out of these cards. So this was my college idea, you know, the point of the project. And I was talking about rules earlier on the stream. The rule here was I was only allowed to use 2 colors for all of these, like only 2 colors. And I had to use this brush the whole time. And so I made like a little case for them. This was the logo for it. Here's like the little animation I did. I thought I had all of them as a static photo. So unfortunately we only got this this animation I did. I really thought I put these in here as like a static photo. Maybe I could like stop this. Anyways, doesn't matter. But I did these and I was really proud of them. And I wanted to show them off. So, and then while we're here, while we're on the website, let me brag about one more thing. For any Avatar: The Last Airbender fans, this was another project where it was again very open-ended. You had to create a collector's edition or a collector's set for whatever IP you liked. Avatar: The Last Airbender has always been like top tier, like my favorite show of all time, biggest inspiration. So I did this. I bought the box, but then I put the logo on top of there and used like a little bit of sandpaper to make it look rough. So everything you see here, I did by hand and I illustrated. So even like the all of like the calligraphy and stuff, I traced it, but I did it. I did everything. So I made these 4 scrolls. Each scroll was 6 feet long, and I made them by hand because I was also really into papercraft and bookbinding. So I got really used to like the bookbinding techniques, and I was like, let me take all that knowledge and throw it into this project. So I bought the decorative paper, but I essentially took rice paper and the decorative paper and like pasted them together. And I printed on the rice paper all of the illustrations, which was very much like a, you know, a nod to the show where they get the scrolls and they all have, you know, they have the different like bending techniques on there. And I did a deep dive on like each element is a reference to a different martial arts style. So I had that information in there too. So then I redid the map in the style, and I did every element as like a 6-foot scroll. And I was very, very proud of this project. So anyways, wanted to show that off real quick. Yeah, thank you for letting me distract y'all. And Flamingo, how long did my hair get? It was like down to here. I could probably find a photo, but it was pretty dang long. I definitely had hippie vibes. But it was awesome. It was fun to do. I don't think I would ever grow my hair out that long again. There's a lot of, I have a huge respect for anyone with long hair because there's so much maintenance. Oh, here, I got one photo I can show. One photo I can show. It was in my downloads section. Oh, well, I just took up the whole screen. Let me do that. So this is where the cloud, actually this night is where the cloud outfit was inspired by, and there's Jeej. So that's how long my hair was at one point, and it got even longer than that. But this is also where the cloud outfit came from. The OG. It was a 3-piece set. It was the pants, the shirt, and the vest on top of it. Clouds on clouds on clouds, yeah. Clouds are kind of my thing, if you haven't figured it out. I love blue and white, like my favorite color palette. So anyways. Oh, I just deleted something in Photoshop. Whoops. Remove. Yes. What other images do I have on here? Oh, Magic the Gathering. Let me remove that. And then links table. Cool. You thought I hated clouds, not gonna lie. You know, I get that a lot actually. Some people are like, I thought you hated clouds. And I'm like, I know. I don't really talk about it often. But I in fact like clouds. You know, there's something about them. It's a gloomy day. There's some clouds out. Cloud hater. No, I swear I like them. Yeah, okay. This is somehow how I felt all week. Yeah, honestly, this is how this whole week has felt. How's it felt like Thursday for 3 days in a row? Oh no. It has been a long week, man. And I think it's because last week was Labor Day week, so last week was a lot shorter, and this week just feels so much longer. And yeah, a lot has happened, so there's that too. I love the short weeks, but they, yeah, yes, I agree, Tymo. Oh yeah, the everyday squid. Who got the delightful squid? I forget. It was Dizza. Let's go. Or Jishus. Let's go. I hope they're doing well. The delightful squid, aka the everyday squid, was something I drew back in high school and was existed on a whiteboard for the entire year. He was just your everyday squid. He was just saying hey to you. So he's got some lore behind him. Yeah, it's dragging this week for sure. And I think that's why I keep saying it. I've just been like so tired this week. Like, you know, I'm usually tired, but this week I've just been like yawning a lot and just tired, just sleepy. He's just your everyday squid. Alright, let's group that. Although I can't name him the everyday squid, I need to remember he is the delightful squid. Alright. And actually, wait, did we just make the... So he technically has a color. It is like a teal color. So this will be a very quick one to color. Although I don't know if I have a boot color for the everyday squid. But the everyday squid is teal. I guess I'll just use whatever complementary color for the boots. I still want to do a stream where I go through whatever my oldest sketchbook I could find and we reimagine some of the things I drew. I unfortunately just don't have access to a lot of old sketchbooks, but I know there's some that exist. But I think that'd be so much fun to like show y'all some of my old drawings because some of them are so bad. But it shows like how, you know, if you just keep working on something, you can slowly get better at it. Alright, I'm about to do something crazy here. I'm gonna lower the mouth to there. And then move this eye over. Yeah, there we go. That already looks so much better. And then maybe take all of his face and go over a little bit. Okay. Old sketchbook, which you have to blow the dust off. I mean, honestly, they're basically, I'm gonna go to Georgia, but I'm not gonna go to my parents' house. Because my parents' house has a lot of old stuff that I just kept there when I moved. And now I'm thinking, there's Gigi's parents, when we moved to LA, we gave them a lot of stuff to hold on to for storage because they have a storage unit, and we couldn't bring like anything out to LA, which like felt really good to sort of like start over with everything. We could only bring what fit into our sedan and felt really freeing in a way to like start over, but there's a lot of stuff I don't have. Or did I? There's no pink there. There we go. That's pink. There we go. So I need to like find the sketchbooks because I know there's some sketchbooks from high school. I don't think I have anything earlier than that. How'd you choose what to bring and what to leave? It was really tough, actually. So technically we had 2 cars. Gij moved out here before I did because Gij got a job at Levi's as the lead tailor in the Santa Monica location, and that became the reason going from Georgia to LA was we were like, yes, Gij, you should chase this opportunity. That is a really cool opportunity. It's how Gij learned how to embroider. And I'm choosing color here. And then we did 8 months apart just in case it didn't work out. You know, we wouldn't want to move our whole life out here and it didn't work out and then have to move back. So we just moved 1 car of just Gigi's stuff in a Ford Fiesta. And if you don't know, Ford Fiesta is a tiny car. So whatever we could pack into there, that was like mostly clothes and some like trinkets that were, you know, really nice or whatever. Really just that. And then when I moved out here, it was the much more difficult part because we had this apartment that still had like so much stuff in it. And we basically were just giving stuff away to family and friends. Anyone who helped out with the move was just like, and there was some good stuff in there. There was some good stuff, which if you live in a southern state, not even just southern state, a very humid state, you have like a dehumidifier. And I remember we had a nice one and I gave that to my brother and he still uses it to this day. A nice dehumidifier goes a long way in a basement. In a humid place. It can get dank. It can get disgusting. Ooh, Mike Bison. I feel like Mike Bison's gonna be red. And so there's a bunch of other stuff. But anyways, whatever fit in the car, which at that point, so like all furniture, no. You're not bringing any furniture with you. It's mostly clothes, electronics for me. I don't even think I brought any like gaming systems other than my Switch, because that's easy. But whatever fit. And I'll never forget when we were coming out to LA the first time in Gigi's Flea. It was the first time I'd ever had gone the width of Texas, because we're basically like LA and Atlanta, Georgia are like linear to each other. You're basically just going straight the whole time. And so we had to go through the length of Texas. And man, I did not realize how gigantic Texas was, like width-wise. Holy, that took forever. And it was in the middle of summer and our AC decided to stop working. So it got really hot in that desert section of Texas, and we basically had to open the windows, and you're allowed to go there. You're allowed to go 80 miles per hour on the 10. I think it turns into the 10 at that point. And so we had to roll down our windows, which like air is just whipping, and I worry about my ears because you are not supposed to be going that fast with the windows down. It's very dangerous for your ears. So Gigi happened to have one set of earplugs, and then I had earbuds for music. So we each put one like earplug in like the ears that were facing the window, and then we shared earbuds to listen to music, and that's how we did the drive for a while. Because yeah, is also enormous. Yeah, I can't imagine. We used to not have speed limits. Honestly, a bunch of those northern states are gigantic, so I've never driven through any of them. Tymo, like the regions of America that we've touched, I feel are completely different. Unless you've traveled down here already. Or when I say down here, I meant Georgia, not LA / California. All right. Mike Bison is getting a little bit of extra care because Mike Bison's a winner. This is one of my favorites that I drew. So he's getting a little bit of a special treatment here. My parents would drive around at whatever speed they wanted because the speed limit was reasonable and prudent. They just handed you $20? What? Oh my, that's awesome. I feel like, because it's also like a low population at the same time, so it's like, I don't know. Makes sense. Oh, Mike Bison. Okay. I actually think Mike Bison is going to become a badge. So Mike Bison also might get redrawn, because if any of the Clonimals make it as a subscriber badge, they're getting redrawn. I want them to be exactly the same as the other ones. Northwest corner to the southeast corner of... I can't imagine that far distance. Than the length from the bottom of Montana to the top of Texas. Take 12 hours or 19 hours. I don't know why I said 12. For a state with less than 1 million people. Until like 15 years ago. yeah, you're more likely to hit wildlife than another person. Oh man, that's the other crazy thing with living in LA compared to Georgia is like it never occurs to me to think about wildlife anymore. And then I go back to Georgia and I'm immediately like, oh right, a deer could jump out at any moment. Yeah, Stubby, Mike Bison. He's my favorite. You're probably gonna get him as a subscriber badge, I just realized. I can make him the final one so that you get Mike Bison. At least for a while before I make another tier. Okay, but like I said, he's getting some special treatment here. Because I do plan to use Mike Bison. He's just too good. There's so much lore behind him, even with cool cats. And this is what when I was talking about doing more of the redeems, if you're here, like you can do as many redeems for Clonimals as you want. Obviously 1 per stream. It will limit you there, but you never know when you get a fierce bison and we make Mike Bison. I like how like the rarity of these is just how good did I draw it in the moment. That's sort of what it feels like. I wish all of them could be 10 out of 10. But I am not that good. He is a final boss badge. Yeah, it's like it's like Punch Out. He's the final boss. Okay. Honestly, I think the turtle is gonna make it too, as a badge. Because I was already thinking about doing a turtle. Oh, I keep saying turtle, I mean tortoise. Same thing though, but I was already thinking about doing a turtle for the badge. Because how I want the badges to go in general is that they kind of like level up in a way. So like a frog to a turtle to me makes sense because they both live in a lake. And then I was gonna go from like turtle to duck for the same reason. And now we're in like bird territory. And then we go from there, like land animals. Because we started off with you go as being a worm to a fly to a bee. And then the connection from bee to shrimp is that shrimp are the insects of the sea. So now we're in the sea. And then we go from that to the axolotl, just because I really wanted to draw an axolotl. And an axolotl to a frog is that way because like as a frog goes from like a tadpole to a frog, they kind of turn into an axolotl. So that's why that's there. And then frog. And then we've stopped there. So long term, I want to somehow make it to either a dragon or a tiger as the final one. Because tigers are my favorite animal. Alright, Mike Bison. Alright, let's color him in. I think he needs to be like a red. Like some cool red. We're gonna spend some time on Mike Bison. Well, he's a winner. No matter what, he's a winner. So let's make his belt gold here. I actually might choose a better color to really make it look gold. Not just yellow. You know what? I have a reference I really want. Nah, I won't get up the reference. Alright, so this is the belt, I'm just say belt gold. I'll know what that means. And then there's the belt itself, which I kind of want it to be like some sort of like gray but slightly red. Man, you know what? Let me sidetrack real quick. Don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I don't, for some reason, have it on here. Oh wait, it's right here. I'm an idiot. It's been right here the whole time. What color? What size do I typically like? Let's do that. Let's make it perfect black, and then let's add it. CC brush. Black, 30 pixels. Okay. For some reason, this whole time I haven't actually been using the Cool Cats brush, and I like the Cool Cats brush because it has some of that roughness to it, and it'll kind of mesh better with the outline from the Micron, which is why I created it in the first place. Mike Tyson's a winner, baby. I said Mike Tyson, did I didn't say Bison. I'm so bad at choosing gold. Gold is not an easy color for me to choose. So I'm gonna go a little bit darker to then go a little bit lighter on with like a shine. That, and then we will make this like a soft light. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Mike Bison. And then I want his fur to be red for sure, like a. And it will not be this red I'm choosing. I'm just gonna use red to start with to fill it in. I'm thinking more of like a magenta. Like a darker red. Something that looks a little more like fierce. And then I guess his head needs to also be red. But I'm gonna make that its own layer. Okay. There's that red. And then I'll just use a slightly different red. And then we're gonna go back and change these. But I just want them separated for now. Mike Bison! Alright, so this is the head color, and this is the body color. And then there's his gloves as well. Glove color. Which we're also gonna make red. That red might stay this red. The boxing gloves. And I'm pretty confident on that I'm even gonna leave it as is. But this is Joe red, the red I'm using. I'm gonna put white in here. And then he's getting a lot of layers. Horn color, which I will make Chug's color to start with. It's not it. Go. Horn color, which will then also get, let's take this and put that there. I guess if I do that, let me take belt gold, copy it. I kind of like the yellow more than what I did, and And then for the shine, I'll also do that. You can barely see it, but it's there. What if for the fur on his upper head, sorry, on his upper legs and head are a different color than his torso? Yeah, no, 100%. I think it will be that. So I see what you mean though. So let's take his head color here and put it down here. So it's almost like he's shirtless. Okay. And I don't know what I want his like lower legs to be. I guess if we're gonna go on that theme that you're saying, his lower legs would technically be whatever color that is. It's kind of confusing because the reds are all so close together, but we're about to edit all of that. But I think everything has a color right now. So then that's his body color, and then that's his. I noticed one thing. Let's break all the edges here. Okay. Alright, so let's start with this head color. I want this to be this red that I'm using, but darker. I want it to be a little darker. It's close, but a little darker. Okay, like he does look like a lobster. Yeah, because I wanted it to be like a dark fur. I do want to keep it still like vibrant looking, not like muted. Let's start there. Now, this is the harder part. What is his body color? And for a second, let's just make it a completely different color. Maybe make the body a little more cream colored. So I was thinking about that because that does work well with red. And that's not cream anymore. I'm using Chug's color first. I do not want him to be this color. I don't know color names, but like a pink cream. Hey, I know what that means. We're going pink here, and then like that. And actually, I think and then I'm gonna want to try the opposite once we do this. So if we made his body darker and then its head lighter. I'm just experimenting here. It's like a little green for some reason. Let me also see, that's too close, and then I had a feeling I'd struggle with this one. Okay. I'm gonna stop somewhere. Let's duplicate these because I want to try out. I wanted to try out the opposite. Or his body was darker and his fur was lighter. It's looking like a little chicken nugget. More like you did this. Okay. I don't know if I like this, but there's that. And we're gonna duplicate it one more time here. We're gonna group. And I wanted to do the opposite again. That. Okay, we got some options here. We got that and that. Colors. Oh, colors. Maybe he's not red, but I do think red would look good. And his boxing gloves could be a different color. We didn't experiment with that either. I think the first one was probably the most successful. Kind of looking like the Chicago Bulls. And then let's try something crazy here. Problem is I want to make it a lighter color, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't want him to I don't want it yeah, I agree with what you just said. I don't want it to look human color. So I kind of want to pick like a wacky color that's nowhere close to like a human color. That's basically what I've been struggling with this whole time. I'm like, I don't want him to look white, basically. That's why, like, if he was like a pink like this, I think it's a little more successful. And then make the gloves a different color, because I think all of the reds are a little too close. I love monochromatic, but yeah, like, let's try that. Let's make the gloves blue. I'm gonna delete the other colors we tried out. I don't think it was successful, but I have to try, you know. Yeah, I dig the pink and or orange so it looks shaved. Yeah, it's like it needs to be the. Let's try that exact idea really quick. Let's take the exact color here and just go like over a bit, but not too far over. So it's like still in the same hue range, I guess. And then we'll take the. Okay, well, we need to fit. Dang it, I knew I would regret this, but I thought I was so confident in the moment. Okay. I'll just say this is the accents color. Alright, let's take this. Because I think white will stay. I'm almost positive white will do the same. I like it, but I think you're right. The red are all too close. So I think if we just solve for like this, then it'll, my color blindness alarms are ringing. It's okay. I'm the colorblind guy, so if it passes my check, we're good, right? Let's try. So green is a complementary color to red. So let's try out green real quick, since there's so much red here. And then, you know, we have been using yellow a lot. We did that exact yellow. Because sometimes I love limiting the color palette in general. Real quick, we're coming back to the gloves. Let me, belt. Now that we have like a red picked out, let me take this red and now go just darker than that red. We're gonna go really dark here. Yeah. Oh, no. Actually, might have kept it where it needs to be. Yeah, I want that belt to be dark. It instantly goes to Christmas. Chugs colored belt. That's Chugs colored. Actually, it doesn't look too bad either. What if it was white? Well, if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna make everything Chugs colored. Because I love doing a limited color palette. But I do agree that I don't think that works. So we'll go back to that. But I did make the Mike Bison. It's like I really like the gloves being this bright color. I don't know if yellow is it. It works. I think it does kind of work, but there might be too much right now. It has like a nice. I'm just what I always think about like limited color palettes because it's easier for printing, especially screen printing. We don't want to do red. There's like a purple. That's not like bright. Stubby, do you have any thoughts actually? So this is technically yours, so I'm totally fine. So there's teal. Here, one sec. We're coming back. We're coming right back to this. I'll change the background color real quick. It's red. Yellow. Okay. I want to do something that was more of a compliment to the backgrounds rather than just gray. Maybe puke green wasn't the best decision either, but I just wanted something that wasn't gray, basically. And then back to the glove color. So there's making it this. There is more of like a teal. Teal's a tough one with printing colors. And then if we want maybe slid up to more blue. I got nothing. I like it. You leave it in my hand. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I've been really vibing with the yellow here, but it makes me want to make the other yellows more of a gold. So let me go grab a gold because I really struggle with gold swatch. Because I want his like the things on his antlers and then or horns and then his belt to be like a gold. So I'm gonna choose this is my gold. Or should I choose this as my gold? I really struggle with gold here. Apparently that's gold. So let's test this out. And the shine, maybe we go more of an overlay, and then we just straight up let's delete that real quick. And then let me change this. I don't know why I chose this green. Let me make it gold. That's a. Whoa, that looks way different on my computer monitor here. That looks a lot different. We'll just go red. We'll just keep the red theme going. He's fierce. He's Mike Bison. Yeah, gold yellow just feels right. Am I right? I do like these backgrounds you're playing with better than the green. The green, I was looking for a simple color, and then like after reflecting on it, I'm like, I literally chose the ugliest green I could have chosen for this. And now it makes me want to come back. I know we're basing this off of the background color, but now I want to just make this like a little bit darker. I think making this a little bit darker makes his like shaved area look better and then makes the yellow pop even more. Because let's see, if I command Z, it was that and now it's this. I just think that like tiny shift helps a lot. The green changed his name from Randolph the Christmas Buffalo. Now it's Mike Bison. Yeah, now he's like, I was kind of wanting to put some like glitter around his gloves, but I'm gonna leave it like this. This works well. Freaking Mike Bison here. I want to see AI version of Mike Bison. Alright, we're gonna do some surgery here. I'm gonna decide which nipple, but it's either this nipple or the other one. It's just like, yeah, it was that one. There we go. Just some replacement there. I like this. I like this. It's a very nice limited color palette. You know, if we were gonna test this out, boom. Now those are technically gold. Oh wow, you cannot tell the difference. I'm gonna keep them exactly. Yeah, Ravi, where are you? He's probably working. I know he's been in a lot more meetings lately. All right, Mike Bison, signed, sealed, delivered. He's done for now, because he'll probably get redrawn, but is as a badge. He fits a square so well. Let's duplicate this square real quick. That's not working. Huh? There we go. Wasn't working. So if I was to, I mean, he doesn't actually fit in the square perfectly, but he feels like he does, you know? All right, Bison. Save. Yeah. All right, who's up next? Ooh, actually, wow, man. I guess I drew 2 heaters back to back. Because now we got this guy. Who, this one will actually get a little bit of line work treatment too. So we're gonna have to, this will be the first one we try this with. Honestly, I love this clam so much. Alright, this clam is also, this will probably be the last Clonimal I do today. On a heater on this day. Yeah, dude, there's been a... Wait, did I do anything then? Okay, there we go. Didn't want to paste over. Oh, I also didn't make him into, There's been some good ones today. I wanted to name him Mike Bison, but he's the fierce Bison. But then we'll do Mike Bison. Alright. Paste in the clam. Bah! So, immediately, this clam needs some work. The nose is the biggest thing for me. That's better, but I'm gonna go back in and now do the opposite. I'm going to take like that. His nose just, it needed to be a nose. It just was not recognizable as a nose. And then his eyebrows. I hope his eyebrows make sense. Yeah, Part of me wanted to like even redraw this one on with pen, but I think that works. Okay, and then I want to fill in all these dots because it needs to be like a pitch black. Here. It like kind of bugs me that the nose is like a lot cleaner looking than the rest of it, but is what it is. And then I'll also I'm getting some level of detail I haven't done with the other ones. But it's because this clam is cool. He's a cool looking clam. And we will get rid of those lines, because then that add like an angle. No. Oh, you just redeemed a Clonimal? How does it work? Well, you did it perfectly. That's exactly how you needed to do it. So DVN, let me... Basically what happens is, wait, oh, that didn't work. Sorry, on my end, don't worry. You did everything right. Paste. All right, so now you're on the list. So right now we're going through redeem number 1 through 50, and we're digitizing all of those. Unfortunately, because so you've already redeemed once technically, because I think you came in earlier and I put you on the list, but now you did it the actual way. So I appreciate the you using the channel points. That means you've been watching. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you're on there twice now. But unfortunately, you are number 51. So you're like, next time we go back to the ink drawing stage, you will be number 1. You're the first person we're gonna do. And then you're also 58.
Gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Hey, thank you, PCX. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Shout out, dude. Thank you. Getting those subs in for September. I really appreciate that. And DVN, thank you for the 20 bits. I was wondering why you're... Oh, and then you did it again. DVN, you know you can just send a message. Have I been summoned? Wait, did someone actually message you? Yes, you've been summoned. Yeah. If you're bored at work, Ravi, and you wanna... Here, one sec. You know, if you're bored at work and you're like, hey, you know, maybe I want to make an AI version of Mike Bison here. I'm sending you a screenshot. No pressure. No pressure at all. Seriously though, no pressure. Because if you have work to do, please do work instead. But just in case. We love Mike Bison. He's an all-star right now. But yeah, you did get summoned. Oh man. And thank you again, PCX, for the 2 subs, the gifted subs this stream. I really do appreciate that. And let me oh, I need a Command Z here. I don't quite like adding the angry eyes, so we're gonna leave it like this. Oh, thanks for the 100 bits, dude. You got the meow triggered. Thank you. All right, and then who does have the the clam. Ooh. Droid. Okay, Droid has the clam. And then Suki has Don Key. That's the next one. We'll see if I do another one after the clam for today. It is nice getting through these, because this process is gonna take a while. I think one of these days I need to just like power through it. I need to do what Life Belongs suggested and just put a color wheel that we spin. Dude, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you. Actually, I love that. I forget that if you do bits, it's the only way to like activate the TTS. And I hope you guys can hear it. My sound levels have been weird, so I hope you can hear it. But yeah, I want to do what Life Belongs suggested. Have the colors on a wheel so I don't even have to guess. Because I will admit, I do kind of struggle with the colors. So regardless, this guy is getting the exact same treatment as the Cool Cats collection. Where his nose is this like bright pink. And then the clam itself, I don't know what color it should be. And I'm gonna start with, let's see, Mike Bison was red. Let's actually go through, let's see what we've done today. We started with the Jolly Beaver. I forgot how cute he was. Also, selfishly, I'm terrible at colors, so when you ask chat for advice, I got nothing. Yeah, that's the problem, is I think everyone's in the same boat of like, I don't know what color it should be. We got the armadillo. He's probably the most neutral color, which is cool. And then the deer. Okay. I'm looking at what colors we've done. So we've done 2 reds-ish. The delightful squid is teal, and then he's that. So we haven't done like a proper blue. So I might make the clam blue. Nice, like, a little deeper blue there. Oh, blue is a hard color to match. Man, I really want to do something for September. It's too late now. I need to just start with it. But I really wanted to do something fun for September. I see all these other streamers, like, they have their own little gimmick or like shtick with September that I really love. But I don't know if that would translate to here, and I also don't want to take someone else's idea. Blue and what? Oh, that again. You hungry, Snugs? Can he let you out? Oh, that's Pulpa. Pulpa, do you want to meow on the mic? You want to give an authentic word to the streamers? Pulpa, come here. Come here. Come here. I'll let you out if you come on my lap. Okay. Come here. Come here. Alright. Oh, big kitty. Big kitty's about to make an appearance. Alright, I'm gonna mute the music for a second. I'm trying to fish for more, meows out of her for the. There it is. Say one more thing. Tell the world how you're feeling. I feel like I'm torturing you. Thank you. Cool. We got some good meows in there. And I need to know we are at the. I should make a sticky note here of what timestamp we were at, because I'm totally gonna go back and just get that audio. We were at 2 hours and 53 minutes. Pulpa meow. Times 2. Thank you, Pulpa. Need more meows on the channel. I'm gonna make his eyes yellow. I feel like he needs to be peering out. That's not yellow. That's my favorite one. What if we took a color overlay? Oh, I did all the colors on the same layer. All right, let's start changing that. All right, cool. Let's see, color overlay. That's Mike Bison. Did we do a purple already? I'm digging the purple vibe, actually. It goes with the pink nose really well. I'm digging, like... Thank you, PCX. I appreciate it. I also love seeing the little Kira pop up. The bidness Kira. Clips the cat soundbite, just sent you. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, dude. Let's see. Where? Oh, there's the DM. Yeah, dude, thank you. You saved me so much time. Cool. I'm gonna leave that DM unread because I'll forget to come back to it if I read it. So I kind of like this color palette. I didn't mean to just like, I kind of like it. I didn't think to put these colors together, but I feel like they work. He's looking a little mysterious. I am gonna at least experiment with taking this purple and going like, yeah, that works too. To be like a lilac color. Yeah, it looks really good, actually. I like this one. I like this one a lot. I have not colored in the glasses, though, so let me do that before I forget. It's so easy to forget to fill in white when it's on a white background, but I always want to catch it. Me after one Grimace shake. It does look like Grimace colors. That's funny. Where are the eyes? I can either go bigger with one eye or smaller. Ooh, here's what we could do. Alright, one eye over there. One eye over there. They need to switch places. So this is how I'll do it without forfeiting any of the line works. And then we can do something funny. Let's have some fun with the eyes real quick. This is one of my favorite things about drawing. Genuinely, this is one of my favorite things about whether I'm digital or whatever. It's like I could just move eyes around. You just completely change like the vibe of what this is. And I just love how fast you can change an expression by just like moving the eyes around. And then this is if it's like looking directly at the viewer. And that's if it's not. I think I like it there. Where it's like, I love like slight cross-eyed with a lot of drawings. And we should probably even, I can probably combine that. I'm cool with those living there. Layers. Glasses, eyes, and then these eyes. I'm not gonna do this, but I wanted to see what it looked like. Gotta get some stuff done? Cool. I haven't decided if I want to play video games after this. So this is either the end of the stream or I do something else afterwards. I could play Hollow Knight. I'm more than willing to play Hollow Knight. I don't know how many people want to see Hollow Knight though. Look at the clam. Look at the clam with those eyes. But then there's him peering. This is actually kind of what I was thinking. Was him peering. I had him looking the other way. I think I like him looking this way. More than anything. Oh, cats are getting fed. One sec. Snugs, over here. Hold on for a second. Man, I really want to get some Snugs meows on stream too. But I need like an authentic meow from Snugs. And it wouldn't work if I held him. Magic coming in soon. Ooh, dude. Imagine a Magic stream. It probably would be, I'm like assuming it would be very boring to watch. Unless we just had really good commentary the whole time. Alright, I think this clam is perfect. I think the clam is perfect. And actually, Robbie, speaking of magic, I decided to redo these Clonimals so that they fit into... They eventually will fit into a card. So this is what we're looking at. The canvas size is like card size, standard cards. Which I should probably do this, which will be a nice... what is the size? Alright, let me copy... Ooh, it doesn't really work. Oh, let's copy those dimensions. 15 by 21, okay. Alright, and then I wanted to give it, let's start with 20 around this. And put this in the center. Cool. And then let's round those edges more, but let's also put this on the inside and round those a little bit more. And then basically take that and yeah, there we go. Now it kind of looks more like a card because I gave it rounded edges. But I was thinking put a layer beneath this layer. Oh my goodness. Ah, come on. I'm gonna move a layer here. Okay. D, X, that. Okay, now it looks a little more rounded. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is rounded. So we could take away, delete that. Take this. Let's make it like, yeah, do that. And then take that and add the mask there. And make sure that this line is black. Oh, I think I heard the notification from Ravi, potentially. Yes! Oh my god, it's perfect! Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, dude. Oh my god. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this. I really do. Are y'all ready for this? Who's ready to see Mike Bison? Oh, dang it. I always do this. Oh, it's not saved here. It's saved. Okay, wait. Hold. I need to download it on my PC, not my laptop. Oh my god, this is perfect. Yeah. Sit tight, everybody. All right. Dude, why isn't my keyboard going over here? Oh, there we go. show sketch first. Okay, you're right. You're right. Oh, here, wait. Sorry. Let me complete the loop on the clam here. Ah, dang it, the keyboard thing. It definitely is way better than having two separate keyboards, but alright, let me finish the clam real quick. M. I'm just gonna name it M for now. Alright, so here's Mike Bison. Here's the Mike Bison card. It's legendary. It is it's a hollow. And then we have Mike Bison, the champion, the absolute champion. Look at this guy. Dude, Mike Bison, AI Mike Bison is so good. I can't get over how good this translated. Oh my gosh, dude. He's strong. Let me make sure Pulp is not. Bask in the glory of Mike Bison. Dude, he looks sick. Like, he actually looks really cool. I can't get over how cool he looks. Let me put him under everything. Dude, Mike Bison, man. It's just like having the background with him adds so much to it. And just the lighting is perfect. Oh, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Also, side note, I'm gonna hide this for a second. Now that I got rid of some of the other stuff around this, like, you can already kind of see the card coming together. We're using Mike Bison as the example here. Because it's already kind of there. So Mike Bison, the fierce Bison. So I'm kind of like trying to incorporate the wait, why didn't that work? One sec. Okay, not that font. Okay. And then actually it should probably be like all caps. And then maybe I use what's the other font called? This one. And then let's shrink it down to like 14. Let's go lower than that. Go to 12. And then let's add some kerning here. Fierce Bison. Okay. And A, let's put this in the middle. And let's justify it. 2. Okay. And then instead of being black, it'll be Mike Bison color. Might have one more surprise coming. Oh. And then instead, let's move this down here. And up here. This is a pretty basic looking card, but I wanted to do something here. It just starts to look better as we let me go up. I had it at 60. Now let's try 80. I like having the rounded corners a little more obvious here. Delete that. Put this here. Boom. Yeah. I like seeing it rounded, you know? Dude, Mike Bison, man. I love how this looks. I actually really like just it being a solid background. This looks sick. And then I'm gonna also play around with the typography. Well, not play around with it, but if that was above. No, it looks better below. I wonder what his mana cost would be. And then, I mean, we're gonna play around with it. Where did that go? Wait a minute. Save image. Where did I save that? Oh, I saved it in finished emotes. Lol. Okay. Check it out. The full art just released of Mike Bison. Oh no, he's not gonna fit. Alright, we're gonna do this. Since he's not gonna fit, we're gonna do this. I really want more of the stage in there. Okay. Mike Bison. This is the full art Mike Bison, if you will. Let's make it the light blue here. This will be the full art card. Yeah. So let me wait. Let me save all of this real quick. And actually, let me take all of these and duplicate it. Right, I'm trying to make sure I save all this together. Group, copy, and then we're gonna Command Z everything here. Okay. And then, oh, I got the notification. All right, so, full art Mike Bison, and then. Standard. Standard. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally just like damage the file or get too far. And then full art. I love this. I just love being able to make all of these. Okay. Oh, wait, how do I show this off? Wait a minute. Holy Ruby, what? How do I show this off? Oh my god, wait. Download it. How did you do this? This is amazing. Okay. Oh yeah, just one more thing here. It's a video, y'all. Dude, oh, I don't know if you can hear it. Because it's on my laptop. There's sound to it too. There's like a crowd cheering. This is amazing. What the hell? Oh my gosh. This is so good. Here, let me try one more time, but using my PC. I gotta get the sound in here. Okay. Do you add, is it just add image? Mike Bison video. I don't know if the video, dang it. How do you get a video in here? I've done it before. Media source, right? Yeah, media source, there. Oh, that's already in use, I guess. And then browse, and then this, and then wait. Come back. Remove, yes. We're gonna have them loop. I don't think. Oh wait, is that loud? I just realized that might be really loud. Sorry, y'all. I can't hear it, so y'all have to tell me. Is there like a crowd cheering? Yes, dude. So good. Dude, this is the immersive art one? Okay. Just so you guys don't have to listen to it on repeat, I'll lower it a little bit. I love how it goes from So we've got the standard card. This is, you know, the common, maybe mythic, and then this is the full art version. And then we're gonna have to figure out a way, but then this is the immersive. Oh my god, dude. Thank you. I did not expect it to go this far. He's so good. Oh my gosh. I might have to post about this one, Ravi, if you're cool with that. I'm gonna tag you in it. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. We caught Ravi on a very boring day at work. Yeah, I hope it's not too boring for you, Ravi. Go for it? Okay, cool. I'm probably gonna do it after stream. Or maybe I'll just do it right now. Okay, maybe I need to make it as like a clip. I'm trying to think. If anyone could do me a solid, I'm about to do this one more time, but then if we could have a clip of it, I think that might go over better. But let me make sure the sound is good. Here, one sec. I'm gonna do this. All right. So we're making Clonimals today, and I've started adding these into cards. So we've got your standard card here, Mike Bison. He is the Fierce Bison. He's number 1. We've got the full art version of Mike Bison. And then you gotta end it with the immersive Mike Bison. And the AI versions of Mike Bison, courtesy of Ravi Vora. Thank you so much. Did not expect it to get the immersive, but these are looking good. These are where Clonimals are going. Okay. Oh my god. Dude, I can't get over how good this is, man. I even just love this like full art version of him. It looks really good. Oh my goodness. Wow. I do really even love like this. Kind of as like the full art. I think we can add some like accents to maybe all of the cards, not individually, but just like across the board, all the cards get some sort of like treatment for the border. And it could be something as simple as doing, this is thinking very simple here, but is there a line here? Why isn't that? Oh, that's because this is below everything. There we go. And then, let me... Outer edge? I might have to experiment with this off stream. Trying to think, that didn't work. That did not work as I wanted it to. It's really that I need to group these two things together and that up there, delete this one. Yeah, and now it looks more like a border on a card. And expand that a little bit, expand that a little bit, and then take. So if it's at 80, we need to go to 40. It looks like a McDonald's card. Let me change the border color real quick. I don't like that either. Okay. Let's go white real quick. Yeah, the Mike Bison card. Cool. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm ending on a high. my keyboard. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, Mojave. I really appreciate the clip.
So we're making Clonimals today.
Here, let me. One sec. I'm watching it. Sorry, I know it's you guys can't hear it. Wait, did you guys both post at the same time? Oh my god. Okay, well now I gotta watch both of them. You guys showed up at the same time. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you. Top tier. I was, as we were doing Mike Bison, Ruby, I was like, we gotta get Ruby to do an AI version of Mike Bison. Should we tag Mike Tyson in it? Or I guess other people should maybe tag Mike Tyson in it. Mar probably has a better clip. I did while my boss called me. Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay, and then I should just be able to like download that clip, right? Yeah, this will be the first time I share it. Download. Yeah, we'll post directly to X. Let's go. Sorry, boss, I'm clipping this thing on Twitch right now. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna close everything on my PC or my laptop here. Next Clonimals stream, we're gonna come back to Mike Bison, and we'll get to relive all of that. Oh, good. So good. Let me put this up. Move this over. All right. If anyone wants to watch Hollow Knight, I'll play it. I don't think I'm in the mood to play Pokemon. So it's either I'm gonna call it here, or play a little bit of Hollow Knight. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Lower that. And get, I think I'm just gonna rip the post right now. Yo, what? Dude, here. Oh wait, I'm not on the right keyboard. Sorry, real quick. Now I'm getting distracted again. Let me just random shout out. I'm gonna do another shout out here. Save that into random shout out. It's just like when I opened Twitter, this was the first thing that showed up. Shout out Ilya, sorry. I don't know why I said that. I don't know where to sit. Dude, look how good this sketchbook looks. Look at that. Look at that. It looks so good. Dude, they are so good. I love watching them create, or at least seeing their posts about what they create. Yeah, Ilya's amazing. Just shout out Ilya. I know we all know Ilya, but shout out Ilya. Some really good stuff here. Look at this. I never know which way to point. It's opposite. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. Cool. Minor shout out. I was just like, I was about to post the clip, and then that that showed up. All right, and then I don't know where that clip got saved. I still have it up somewhere. Wait, where did that go? Oh, where did the clip go? I mean, I guess I could just click it right here. I swear I saved it.
Clonimals today.
There, save, download. watch the full clip. Yeah, download. And where's the download? One sec, copy link. Maybe I'll do this a different way. It's like pulling up like the Twitch desktop app, which I didn't realize I had. Okay, and then oh my god, it's on 2x speed. When did that happen? Normal. Is the stream only in 720p? I thought I was streaming it. There we go. Okay, now is the actually. It's only in 720 this whole time. I thought I was streaming at 1080. All right, I'm looking into that. I'm looking into that. Why? Why 720? Question mark. That's my sticky note to myself. I'll figure that out afterwards. Oh, and let me get Life Belongs to the clip to the meows somewhere. And posted that, I think. Thought that was somewhere. I know I can find it on my channel, I think. Oh, he messaged it to me. I'll get that later. Man, I can't believe. Maybe I might save doing the clip because I know my recording of the stream is at a higher res and I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be in the full res here. Oh my god, I almost just like clicked on other people's stream. Before I forget, let me end the recording of this stream, just in case I do play video games. Yeah, I'm like, do I play? It's gonna be a lot of running around. I'm at the part of Hollow Knight that I think is massive spoilers and me just backtracking and running around. You want me to check how many hours I've played? Oh, there's the Twitch. That's where they went. That was weird. Let me I'm gonna actually give you the amount of hours I've played. It's a lot. I've played a lot. I no lifed this on Saturday. I basically woke up on Saturday and then played all day until I wasn't allowed to play anymore. I think I even streamed it a little bit, but then I stopped streaming because I was getting frustrated, and then I kept going. I've played 36 hours already. I played 36 hours. Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, there you go. In 20 minutes. Yeah, it's awesome. This game is awesome. I absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of this game. Is the sound even playing from it? Let me I'm gonna close out on other channels real quick. I still don't know if I'm gonna play. I just wanted to open the game.